Thank you, Sharon and Tomas, for inviting me and letting me be part of the, is it 2 years? 2-year anniversary of Lyrics and Dirges. I've been to the reading series before. It's a great reading series. This is my my book. As she was reading the introduction, my bio, I'm like, oh, I need to publish something in a book or anthology without the American, right, in the title. When I was going through the naturalization process to become a U.S. citizen, you go in to get interviewed, and the INS agent asks you to write a sentence down in English, just to show that you can handle the English language. And my sentence was, today I'm going to the grocery store. So being an aspiring writer at the time, this was 1999, I took it as a writing exercise. I took it home and I wrote this, 110 pages. I'm going to read, there's short pieces and longer pieces. I'm going to read like a medium-sized piece. Meet memo, a 4-year-old grocery cart. I don't know what that is in human years, but a 4-year-old grocery cart. He has never ventured beyond the supermarket parking lot, but the older and more experienced carts speak to him of a time when they were able to cross the yellow line. They speak to him of wild adventures rolling down the Ohlone Greenway. The older with the rickety left back wheel captivates Memo's attention when he speaks of strangers he met in his journeys. The elder is most fond of an old woman named Soledad. I was loyal to her, and I carried her belongings in my basket. Julio, the supermarket employee in charge of corralling the carts, often found Memo, his wheels locked and unable to move, at the edge of the parking lot, wondering at the beyond. You're lucky, Julio. You get to cross this line and go far from this place every day. Julio responds, it's not that great out there. There's only crosswalks and heartbreak. I just want to be able to go beyond the yellow line once. You belong here, Memo. You serve a purpose here. No, I just get pushed around all day. Julio sympathizes with Memo as he knows what it feels like to be pushed around. He disengages the locked wheels and allows Memo to cross the yellow line. Maybe the beyond will be better to you than it has been to me. Maybe you will find someone to curl up in your carriage. Memo rolls his way down the Ohlone Greenway. He encounters some middle school kids who begin to jump up and down on him. One boy jumps inside Memo's carriage and tells his friends to push him. They push fast and faster and ram Memo into a fence. Memo braces for the impact, but he can't stop himself from turning over. He also can't help tossing the small boy into the air. The boy crashes down and hurts his leg. He begins to cry. Some of the kids run away scared, others help. An adult shows up and carries the boy away. Memo lies there for a long time, until an older woman walks by with 2 bags full of aluminum cans. She turns them upright and loads the bags. She takes him to another shopping plaza parking lot and dumps the aluminum bags in the recycling machine and gets her money. She leaves Memo behind. Once he feels safe, Memo begins to row and seek new adventures. He recognizes Julio walking down the street and calls out to him. Julio's talking on his cell and is oblivious to everything else. Memo notices Julio's hand gestures growing more desperate. Julio's at the crosswalk and does not notice the large bus coming at him. Memo sees Julio's in danger and tries to warn him, but Julio seems to be trapped in his own world, full of heartbreak. Memo rolls into the street and pushes Julio out of the way. The bus knocks Memo up in the air, and Memo flips and crashes down in the middle of the street. Cars come to a screeching halt. Julio runs to him and manages to get him onto the sidewalk. Memo takes a while to recover. He has a dent in the front of his basket, and his front wheel is bent and crooked. Julio, who is now happy that he and Memo are not too badly injured, escorts Memo back to the supermarket parking lot. Memo is glad to be back home with his family and friends, and he is proud of his dent and his crooked wheel. He talks to the younger carts about his adventures and shows them his battle scars. Memo warns them, but entices them, and he can tell that they dream about traveling beyond the yellow line. I dedicate the book to my grandmother, Soledad Huerta. She passed away in 2009. But when I was going through the naturalization process or even thinking about it. My mother and my younger brother, they're still not citizens, so it's actually like a choice and think about it. So I went to my grandmother who did, she had become a citizen. She was like in her 70s already when she became a citizen, so I asked her about it, and then she told me about the process, right? And so then her English sentence was "I love America," right? And I think her INS agent was, she was nice, right? And I think like she was trying to help her out with the oral interview, and if my grandmother didn't understand something, she would rephrase it, and then she would get it. But then my grandmother had to write "I love America." So then, America is the same in English as in Spanish, except for the accent. America, and then I, she kind of guessed at I, so then she was left with love. She always had a rosary bead, either in her purse or her pocket, or and she was praying, throughout the whole interview, and then especially now when she had to write this, she was, praying on her rosary beads and praying to Diosito and to La Virgencita. Right, to come up with the answer. Then she noticed a ring that my father had given her. It says it's like a silver ring, and it spells out love, Love. So then she saw it, and then she knew the answer. And then she says, this is all like proof of the benevolence and all-knowingness of God. And I'm like, well, I think my grandmother may have cheated on the that was, there's actually a list of, and I think they changed the exam, because there was actually a list of all the questions of all the sentences, all the phrases that they would have you write, so you could study them when you were ready. So what I did is I took them and I made a poem of all the sentences. Actually, I think it would have made a better children's story. But he came to live with his brother. He has a very big dog. He knows how to ride a bike. He wanted to find a job. He wanted to talk to his boss. He went to the post office. His wife is at work right now. His wife worked in the house. I'm too busy to talk today. I bought a blue card today. I came to Berkeley today for my interview. I count the cars as they pass by the office. I drive a blue car to work. I go to work every day. I have 3 children. I know how to speak English. I live in the state of California. I want to be a U.S. citizen. It is a good job to start with. My car does not work. She can speak English very well. She cooks for her friends. She is my daughter and he is my son. That was a compound sentence. She needs to buy some new clothes. She wanted to live near her brother. She was happy with her house. The boy threw a ball. The children bought a newspaper. The children play at school. The children wanted a television. The man wanted to get a job. The teacher was proud of her class. The White House has a big tree. They are a very happy family. They are very happy with their car. They buy many things at the store. They came to live in the United States. They go to the grocery store. They have horses on their farm. They live together in a big house. They work well together. Today I'm going to the store. Today is a sunny day. Warm clothing was on sale in the store. We are very smart to learn this. We have a very clean house. You cook very well. You drink too much coffee. You work very hard. I also have like a small, this is what the copia looks like. It's actually, of course, the first part of the title comes from, the fact that it came from the INS interview. And then the copia is it's Latin for abundance. It's actually a rhetorical sort of exercise. If you have your kids, your students take a sentence and they have to rewrite it over and over, then it shows them like different styles and different ways of writing. That's what it looks like. But I just wanted to share the smaller ones. This is, I think, one of my favorite ones. On day 253 of 1987, alien number A09089110 and his little brother, alien number A09089110, will go to supermercado número 3 with their mother, alien number A09089110. And this is poetry. I have some Spanish in here. I'm going to read some Spanish. Hope you guys don't mind. Me das algo, they don't have titles. Me das algo, te doy dinero, los dos vamos en el camino. Es un sistema económico completamente básico. El comprador-vendedor existe por el tiempo que se necesita. No hay pasado ni futuro. Esto suena como un punto de vista del mundo muy frío, pero hay momentos en los que es apropiado. Cuando voy a la tienda no quiero comenzar con la cajera o que me pregunte acerca de mi vida. Just a short one. I'll be my last one in Spanish, and I could translate it for you on the spot. Actually, just a small one. Don Tommy, ¿qué le pasó a su tiendita? Todos mis nietos se comían la mercancía. It's like a response, a question and response. Don Tommy, what happened to your little store? Then all my grandsons or all my grandchildren would eat the merchandise.